Bhil magad tí smidíomh go léir an áthas a bheithan sa libh inniu leis an láinseáil seo agus chun calúirí dhéanamh libh as an méad atá buinte amach go bh le roinnt blianta inis. Bhí áthas orm go speisialta agus mé géisteach le Poland son nuair a thosaigh sé kind faoi 5 bliana fás. And I said, that augurs well. They're obviously going to keep sponsoring you for the next 10 years so that he too can be like Muireann Súlaháin and can write 5 bliana ag fás, you know. So this is where you heard it first, you know. But nach únta gan rud gohfuil TG Cahir live, but tá sé andachar inis ó riachtáil, and I recognise that it is difficult for any company to give sponsorship at the moment. And I know that people all over the country are finding it difficult to find anybody who will recognise their sport, their culture, their whatever it is, because money's a lot tighter. So I genuinely want to commend TG Cahir. Is mahan rud go bhfuil sibh ar board leis an leithe seo. Now you're benefiting too. You know, as I sat there and I looked around, I could count TG Cahir 50 times written up from that end of the room down to the other. So there's great marketing in it for you as well. Agus sibh ag taspáint na tlithe orsa seo. Congratulations to everybody involved in this. I know you claim it's the fastest growing sport in Ireland, so does the triathlon, so does about every other sport. But in fact, I believe you are the fastest growing sport in Ireland. And I would genuinely believe, I think you probably have been the single biggest contributor to keeping young girls, teenage girls particularly, involved in sport. As we know, it is a problem. You get thousands of children involved, thousands of young girls, and then they kind of drift off when it comes to the teenage years. But in fact, Cumann Pellinamon, I believe, is probably the biggest contributor. There are lots of other games as well, who have ensured that in an organised, structured way, playing a game that the girls really enjoy, getting to championship and to All-Ireland level, that you have actually broadened that participation and has actually helped them to stay on and to stay involved. And if you did nothing else, that is a major contribution to the participation of young people, to the health of young girls. And I believe if you can just get over those teenage years, they're likely then to stay on a lot longer. And it's wonderful to see the growth, and you mentioned 135,000 women playing the ladies football, which I think is just tremendous to see all over the country. And indeed, I should pick up on what you said, Uachtarán, Mayall and a club in a Harlar. And they are a major source of kind of social entertainment and sport for people, and that home from home. But they can also help in promoting Irish culture on the one hand and tourism. So if I wear my 3 hats, tourism, culture and sport, I think I'm about to embark on a world tour with the ladies football and go visit all the clubs all over the world, and anyone that likes is welcome to come with me. You know. The an tarnarod gomala mará no the skillina ishkan since the sport shop and the skills and the speed and the pace of the game which is developed is quite spectacular to watch. I was just talking to a Meath footballer, Meath man there earlier today, and he was saying to me, he said the women's football, he said, is much nicer to watch. I said, oh come on, don't be just sexist about the thing. No, he said it's a much more open and free-flowing game, he said, than the men's. It's more open and free-flowing because they're not pulling at each other and dragging at each other, he said, and yet all the skills are there in the same way. Now, he played for Meath, so he knows how to play dirty, right? So he knows that the girls wouldn't do something like that. But it's such a skillful game to watch, which it is. And if you just look at this poster here in front of me, and the determination that's in each face on that poster, it really just captures, I think, the game in itself. And this year's competition is going to be, I know, as intense as any other year. And I know Cork are aiming for what, they're 6 in a row. Well, Tipperary are going to stop Kilkenny in the hurling. Okay, I want you to know that. And I'm sure that there's plenty of teams, including Dublin from last year, who aim to stop Cork in their tracks this year as well. But it'll lead to a really, really intense competition. So at the senior level, I think it's 16 teams involved. I've just come from the North-South Ministerial Council. But of course, this is a genuine reflection of North-South. It is genuinely all Ireland that the teams are coming from all parts of the Ireland. And the same with the intermediate, with 9 teams, I think, in the juniors, with 7. But again, reflecting the whole of the island of Ireland. And wonderful to see, because that's what we should be doing, is promoting this level of cooperation in sport, but competition in sport at an all-Ireland or all-island basis as well. And this is really genuinely at the heart of it. So as if from a participation point of view and from a sporting point of view, it certainly is something that is worth celebrating. The other thing in my own constituency, a few years ago they set up, some of you might know of it, the Foxrock GAA club, which was the only all-female GAA club in the country. And I remember one time at the cabinet table, the then Taoiseach Bertie Hearn saying to me, he said, "Do you know you've the only all-female?" I said, "Of course I do." I knew it, right? But of course then they weren't allowed to continue because the GAA were insisting that every club take girls, so therefore the all-girls club had to take boys in the interest of equality. So they very cleverly have an academy just for the Bócailí Bioga. And they have this great club now joined with Cabinteely, Foxrock Cabinteely, Gimmert Lekela. But try shouting from the sidelines, "Come on, Foxrock Cabinteely." It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, you know. So they've now gone towards Rockateely. And I'm not sure that either the people of Foxrock or the people of Cabinteely feel happy about it, you know. But it's great to see that they have brought all of these girls together, just in the name of sport. And it's such a good fun club to be a part of, and that's only one. That's only one of many all over the country. The Dini Portach, Mara Ekimit and Shahan. It's wonderful to see all the county colours here displayed here. Everybody being so nice to each other until you get out on the pitch, you know. But certainly over the next few weeks, as I know the competition will be intense. The camaraderie will be just as intense, but in a very, very positive way. It does take a lot of organisation, and it takes a lot of work with your staff on the ground, your development officers on the ground, and to see you come to this level. I think Luke Duran put it quite right. There is nothing like playing for your county, and the pride that people get in actually playing, and the pride that your county takes in you. Carries with it a responsibility as well, because there's no doubt every one of us, most of you know, I grew up in Tipperary, where there's a real sense of pride in the player, pride in the team, pride in your county. Agus as an broad sin, guim gach rahor if agus shiv dolamach launchal an Comórtas úntach seo, and to wish every one of you great fun, great enjoyment, good sport, great success. Thank you to those of you who put in hours and hours and hours of voluntary effort, because it is all focused on volunteers all over the country. So to all of the girls who play, thank you for giving us such fun, sharing your skill with us. It'll stand to you for the rest of your lives. And to all of those of you who are involved with it, Agus Mardorth to TG Cahar, I'm really delighted to be here for this launch. Good night, live, and I look forward to seeing you all in Croke Park in the finals. Garbagav.